A wild card out of my team just to have the same injury issues. Hello there, hope you're having a great Thursday. What is up, guys, and welcome to the FPL Today Team Selection video for Gameweek 33. Gameweek 33 is a blank game week with 4 teams not playing, and if you've been watching my videos over this week, the Captaincy video and the preview, you will know that. Go check out those videos, links are in the description, and also make sure if you enjoy the Team Selection video to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for FPL, and let's get on with the video. So we start off with the team selection video with how I'm doing so far in game week 32, and of course right now Manchester City and Aston Villa are playing currently, so I won't talk too much about my rank, but I will show what my live rank is tomorrow morning when this video is uploaded on the graphics, and also I do have some players still to play. However, so far it's not looking too terrible. We did take a -4 to make sure we finally had Lingard in, and that did come through dividends with Lingard being one of the players that returned. He joined 6 players that returned for me so far this game week, the best returns coming from Heung-min Son and Harry Kane. The unfortunate thing being most people own Heung-min Son and Harry Kane, and most people captained one of those two, so I really haven't gained anything with those 2 players. Some people will have also had a Spurs defender, but they of course now have to figure a way out of those 3 Spurs players unless they think they've got a strong enough 11 with all 3 of them on the bench. And of course some people would have triple captained Kane or Son, so again Kane and Son isn't too major for my game week. However, the likes of Trent Alexander-Arnold coming in with an assist, despite the fact that Liverpool conceded against Leeds. Veltman coming in off my bench for Masuaku, who didn't start for West Ham, which is now a big issue for me. And Chelsea finally getting that clean sheet that they promised for all us wildcarders did mean we had a pretty good performance from all of our defence. Lingard, of course, came in and did get a goal in the game against Newcastle as well, which right now seems a lifetime ago. So overall, we did have a decent amount of players returning. Issue is we did have a player not even play, and that was Mendy, who didn't play for Chelsea in the game against Brighton. That would have been another clean sheet for me if he had started, and of course, I'm now regretting getting rid of Martinez. And we did have some disappointing performances, or at least FPL returns from the likes of Jota, Fernandes, and Salah, who all got me nothing. Jota, however, did have good underlying stats with 5 shots on goal, all 5 from inside the box, 2 shots on target and a big chance with an XG of 0.71. That was only underneath Kane's at 0.94 for his one appearance in this game week. Salah did manage 2 shots on goal from inside the box in the 19 minutes he played, as he didn't start for Liverpool. And Bruno Fernandes did get 4 shots on goal, 2 on target, 2 from inside the box and 1 big chance as well. We only have Ian Nacho to play today. Hopefully he can get us a decent return. I think if he returns, that should be good for my game week because I doubt many people captained him. And of course our bench is looking pretty dire at the moment. Not Eric Dyer, just dire in general. Fraser Forster not starting for Southampton when I really could have used it. Loughton getting 1 point. And of course Davis not starting for Aston Villa, and Masuaku with an injury. So underneath my face cam, you will get the updated Thursday morning rank and position that I'm currently in. But I do have 60 points. That's 64 -4 for me getting in Davis and Lingard when I only had 1 transfer. And right now, at least before the Man City game, we were in the top 200k again. But you know us, we bounce in and out of that. But it'll be interesting to see where I stand after the Leicester City game this evening. So the player at risk, and I could have quite easily put Harry Kane here, but it is Masuaku, purely because the injury, I'm not too sure what the issue is and how long he could be out for. And we do need a player on the bench that could come in for our first 11 right now, because unfortunately, right now, the only player on our bench is Davis, and it's unlikely he will play in game week 33. So we need a starting 11, and if Masuaku isn't going to start, he's the transfer that I really need to make. Now, if Harry Kane is out for any prolonged period of time, that might make things a little bit easier for me because right now I have no money in the bank. So the fact that he's missed the last 2 game weeks and West Ham don't look like keeping clean sheets anyway, and that no money in the bank means my options are very limited to transfer Masuaku out for another player. However, I am likely to keep Kane and Son just to see what happens in blank game week 33 and whether I need to keep those two players in my side. So Masuaku is the major transfer out for this game week if we do make a move and we hear that he is injured. If not, then potentially we might bring a player in just to make sure we have a few more bench options. We head straight to our team selection for game week 33, and we start off with the defence, and at the moment we have a back five, which I don't think is something I've done for a very long time. However, as long as Mendy and Rudiger do play, although they are facing West Ham, which of course I have Masuaku in if he is fit, so that's 3 players in one game in my defence alone, which is a bit of a concern. We should have a decent chance of some clean sheets here, because Trent has Newcastle at home, Veltman has Sheffield United away, and Loughton has Wolves away. Now, Burnley haven't been great defensively, but Wolves generally don't score a lot of goals, so hopefully a clean sheet can be kept there. Brighton do look good defensively, so hopefully there'll be a clean sheet for Brighton, and Trent, as long as he gets an attacking return, the clean sheet would be a bonus. Then in midfield, we are quite happy with the 4 we currently have. Jota and Salah also with that Newcastle at home fixture, Fernandes with Leeds away, and Lingard with Chelsea at home. Now if Lingard can get returns in this one as well, he's just unstoppable this season. However, right now the captaincy armband is on Salah with that Newcastle at home fixture, although Newcastle do look revitalised currently. Fernandes could get something against Leeds, and Jota had good underlying stats in game week 32. So even though Son is on the bench, that midfield looks pretty decent. However, the captaincy armband could also go on Iheanacho, who's currently the vice-captain, the only striker that can play for me most likely, with Davis being a bench player for Aston Villa. He has Crystal Palace at home, and Iheanacho has been on great form, so we'll be very eager to see what he does against West Brom, and maybe the captaincy armband can go on him for a more sword captaincy pick than shield. And then just quickly, my bench is full of blank players. Southampton and Spurs do not play, so I don't have them in this game week, and only Davis on the bench, which isn't ideal. Now, a quick new part for this series. If we do the captaincy video before the team selection, and maybe even if we don't, I can try and add this into the team selection part of the video, we have the captaincy choice for my team. It is between Iheanacho and Salah, and if we compare them directly, Salah, of course, has a lot more pedigree than Iheanacho, but expected goals is in favour of Iheanacho at 3.14 to 2.57. Expected assists 1.42 to 1.20, so again, Iheanacho higher, and expected goal involvement better. So the expected stats suggest Iheanacho is a better captaincy pick, but we do know how explosive Salah can be. Crystal Palace are potentially better defensively than Newcastle, but seem to let in more goals despite their better defensive stats. So both opposition is good for these two, but Salah has just only played 19 minutes recently, whereas Iheanacho would have played the FA Cup and then the West Brom game, I'm imagining, at the time of recording this. So Salah might be a little bit fresher, and we brought in Salah to be a captain in these game weeks, and we're still hoping for that Liverpool resurgence at the tail end of the season so they can push for the Champions League, which again is now the most important thing for them to be aiming for. And then finally we get to the game week 33 possible transfers, and we're focusing on defenders that I can bring in for Masuaku, just so we can actually field a starting 11 that hopefully will all play. Fingers crossed. We start off with Rob Holding from Arsenal. He has Everton at home, and at 4.2 million, he's the right price to bring in for Masuaku. But as you can see, he offers absolutely no, and I mean absolutely no, attacking threat at all or creativity. So he's not the most exciting option for me to go for, so potentially we may look elsewhere. However, long-term, Arsenal do have Everton, Newcastle and West Brom in the next 3, all pretty decent defensive fixtures. Then after Chelsea in game 36, they do have Crystal Palace and Brighton Hove Albion as well. So as long as Rob Holding is going to keep his place, which is something I have to look into, he could tick over with those clean sheets nicely. The other player we're looking at is Alioski. Now, if you want a Leeds defender that's going to get you the most points, it would be Dallas. I'm very clear on that. But 4.3 million, Alioski is the right price and does have some attacking threat and creativity. He has 8 shots in the last 6, 2 on target, 5 from inside the box with expected goals at 0.46. He also has 1 assist from 5 key passes and an XA of 0.39. And Leeds' fixtures do get better in the final 3 game weeks of the season, Burnley, Southampton and West Brom being their final fixtures. They also have a Brighton Hove Albion fixture in game week 34, so Alioski could be the person I look at. But yes, I would prefer Dallas if I could afford him. And then finally, we could make a straight swap to another West Ham defender, and that would be Diop at 4.3 million. He has just recently scored a goal, but that is only from 1 shot on goal, which of course was on target and went in, and it was a big chance, giving him an XG of 0.45, which is lower than Alioski's, and he's only had 1 key pass in the last 6 game weeks, giving him an XA of 0.08. That being said, I do like West Ham's defensive fixtures after this Chelsea game because they have Burnley, Everton, Brighton Hove Albion, West Brom and then Southampton. The issue being is Diop doesn't really offer much attacking threat if we're completely honest. And West Ham currently don't look like keeping clean sheets with their recent games against Leicester City and Newcastle. Anyway guys, that is it for this video. So if you have enjoyed it, please do hit that like button, subscribe and hit that notification bell for FPL. And if you want a Game Week 33 preview and also captaincy choices for Game Week 33, do check out the 2 videos in the link in the description down below to get my thoughts on those topics. With that being said, I've been JNO, this is FPL Today, and remember, it's all about the game.